An adventure years in the making. Students at Vancouver iTech Preparatory released a weather balloon into the atmosphere with the goal of chasing it down and retrieving the data it captured up in the air. In front of the whole school, they launched their craft and discovered along the way that it's not just the end result that matters, it's the journey too. Hello and welcome inside Vancouver Public Schools. I'm Nick Vole. A dedicated group of students picked up the pieces of an experiment that had been set aside, learning lessons about the atmosphere, technology, and what it takes to finish a major project. It's launch day at Vancouver iTech Prep, a day that teacher Ian Hurst has been waiting for. About 6 years ago, he applied for and received a $1,000 grant to build a weather balloon kit. The project stalled out completely when COVID struck. It took one dedicated group, the Weather Balloon Club, to refloat the idea.
Last year, me and a group of a whole bunch of kids basically kind of restarted the project. We went in and looked to see what we had, got everything ready, did some testing, made a little dummy payload, see what kind of parachute configuration would work the best for what we want.
It was supposed to launch a couple years ago, but then the helium shortage made it so we couldn't do it.
So we just kind of wait until this year, and then it's just been waiting for weather and paperwork. And I think we lucked out on weather today.
Matthew Davidson led the way and discovered how much goes into something so seemingly simple.
Oh, a ton. I mean, everything weather related, all the kind of different calculations, figure out lift and mass, center of gravity, descent, ascent, everything, as well as all of the radio and GPS side of stuff. I didn't really have any experience with that before, and now I kind of at least know the basics.
The balloon's payload included cameras to capture the view from up high, plus trackers so the team could retrieve the balloon and examine its data. Using several websites, the team forecasted models of where the payload might land and narrowed it down to the Columbia River Gorge near Cascade Locks. The project caught the attention of KGW meteorologist Rod Hill, whose daughter attends iTech. He featured the launch in a story on the morning news.
Let's hear it for the Vancouver iTech Preparatory Weather Balloon Club.
He also helped count down the launch.
2 and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, launch!
As you can see, the first attempt didn't go so well.
We used the scale to measure, and we thought that we had enough helium, but I guess the math was wrong or something like that. We weren't 100% sure what happened.
I don't think any of us were panicking because, again, we've thought about these situations.
It was just a good learning experience. We weren't expecting it, but it ended up being okay, and thankfully that was not a huge thing. We were able to fix it pretty quickly.
We knew we were at a point where it could kind of just hover, so we knew we only needed to add a little bit more to get that positive lift. So we brought it back down, added in the extra helium, and just kind of went for it. And it was super awesome to see it finally take off after a second try.
3, 2, 1, go for it.
And off it goes. Step 1 of the day's adventure complete. Now on to step 2, retrieval.
It's going to pop eventually and then land a couple minutes after that, as far as I'm aware. So yeah, it'll just kind of be a mystery, but we're going to try our best.
The retrieval team set off in the early afternoon.
Our job is to keep all the GPS coordinates, find where it is, go out there and conquer whatever situation we have to do to get the balloon back.
In 2 cars, the team set off for the gorge, prepared for any potential landing site.
And if it gets stuck in the tree, Matthew will be going up and we will be belaying him on 2 ropes so that he is perfectly safe. We practice this, he'd be ascending up a tree. And then if he lands in the water, we have an inflatable boat and someone who is able to swim.
Oh wait, where are we going, Matthew?
We are going to this little town over on the Washington side of Columbia River. We're going to pull up the exact name.
As the teams approached their potential landing site, they discovered the worst news possible. Their GPS units were not functioning, and they didn't have coordinates to track. They spent a long afternoon searching where their models predicted it might land.
What's the verdict?
We're calling it. We don't see anything, and we're well past the window when it should have landed, so I think, at least for our retrieval, no luck.
Oh, okay. Well, hopefully someone will find it and then they will call us.
Yes.
Or call Mr. Hurst and contact us at
That would be ideal.
iTech.
While this doesn't have a storybook ending, it does have a science book ending. Students learned how to work as a team, how to use math and physics, how to plan a complex project, and how to overcome roadblocks. Because in science and engineering, failure isn't the end, it's a step in the right direction. For these iTech students, that direction is up. Thanks to Mr. Hurst and his students for inviting us on this journey with them and sharing all of their video footage. And thanks to you for watching. Until next time, I'm Nick Vole.